Well, some mornings are just way more exciting than other mornings, right? Just last night, after I had just finished putting up the episode, I got the news, about Adam Jonas and Morgan Stanley. Maybe you're already aware of it. Maybe you're not aware of it, but you know, Adam Jonas has been bullish on Tesla for a while, and he wasn't always this bullish, but he has become bullish as of late. But now he dramatically raised his price target, and for a reason that was not what I would have expected. Now, I want to give a hat tip to Sawyer Merritt for getting this out first, way ahead of Google. After he put it out on X last night, there was nothing on Google. I couldn't find anything to support what he had said, but it was obviously true. Anyway, talk about fear of missing out. Talk about FOMO. Does anyone on Wall Street want to miss out on the AGI of the era? I mean, the breakthrough that's coming, and it's probably going to come from Tesla. Or do they want to miss out on the next NVIDIA? Because Tesla, of course, is making the chips. They're making the equipment. Or do they want to miss out on the next GPT? Because after all, Tesla is in fact moving ahead of where GPT is. Hello. Anyway, we'll cover all of this and more. I'm so excited this morning. I can't believe it. Anyway, this is Randy Kirk, and you always want to hit that like button to help out the algorithm. But you got Brian White coming, you got Brian Wang coming, you got Larry Goldberg coming. They're all lined up. I'm not exactly sure exactly when each of them. I know I'll be having conversations with all of them today, and some of their information will be breaking today, some of it tomorrow. All of it is absolutely, anyway, you definitely want to hit notify, and you have to hit subscribe in order to do that. And this week is going to be a crazy week, I got to tell you. So you want to hit that notify button. We've got the book coming out. Anyway, you know all the stuff that's happening, I think. Maybe not. That's what you that's why you come to this channel. So you find out what I've been researching that you're not aware of. And I, of course, at the very end, I'll talk about this, and you want one. Okay, here we go. Elon Musk says all of Tesla's value long-term will be from AI and robots. Now, this is a restatement that was quite intentional last night or this morning. He put it up on X following the Morgan Stanley analysis. And we'll talk about how this works as part of the narrative that he wants to change, that he's been working on changing, that I reported on the fact that he's changing the narrative months ago before anybody else said anything. I believe in the narrative, in the story. I believe in his mission, the narrative and the story, but I also believe that is what drives the stock. All right, let's take a look at the Morgan Stanley report, the conclusions they reached. So investors have long debated whether Tesla is an auto company or a tech company, says Morgan Stanley. We believe it's both, but we see the biggest value driver from here on, being software and services revenue. The same forces that have driven AWS to reach 70% of Amazon's total EBIT can work at Tesla, in our view, opening up new addressable markets that extend well beyond selling vehicles at a fixed price. The catalyst, Dojo, Tesla's custom supercomputing effort in the works for the past 5 years. Version 12 of Tesla's full self-driving system, over-the-air update by year-end. We don't know. That's just a speculation. And Tesla's next AI day, early 2024. Again, speculation. No mention has been made that we know of. Maybe they know something we don't. Those are worth watching. And they gave the stock rating overweight, an industry view of inline. And then we believe, they said, that Dojo can add up to 500, and some people are reporting this morning 600 billion. I'm not sure why there's a difference there, but anyway, what difference does it make? Can add up to 500 billion to Tesla's enterprise value. Add to, from just the sexy cars, this will add 500 billion to the value, expressed through a faster adoption rate in mobility, robotaxi, and network services. They say SaaS. I say it's DaaS, Dojo as a service. The change drives our price target increase to $400 versus 250 previously, and they upgrade to overweight and make Tesla our top pick. All right. Well, of course, the stock last time I checked up 5.5% to 262. Anyway, we'll get back to that at the end of the show. We'll give a review. All right. So this morning, the street will have to decide what to do about this Morgan Stanley report. It's a long, I think the 48 pages or something, a very long, detailed analysis, carefully researched and reviewed by a team of their own internal experts who actually went out and also did a whole bunch of reviews with experts outside of Morgan Stanley. The street will have to pay attention. They will need to read the report. They will need to analyze what was said in the report. Does it make sense? Does it not make sense? They might also take notice of the secondary point of the analysis, which is maybe actually the primary point. Dojo is a leader in FSD, which leads to robotaxi. This is what's going to, robotaxi is part of their story that I just said above. It's about the robotaxi. They don't even talk about Optimus. Maybe deep in the report, but in the headline reporting that they did, Dojo isn't in the headline reporting. So, and you guys know, Optimus is like bigger, much bigger than just FSD on the computer. On the car. It is huge when it comes to Optimus. All right. So then Elon Musk makes his statement this morning. That's the new narrative, and Morgan Stanley has just agreed. This is just the start of this week's layers and layers of news that will matter. Tomorrow, Walter Isaacson's Elon Musk bio is out. And that is going to break news all day long. I will be reading it as fast as I can and reporting here as fast as I can on anything that is going to affect the future of Tesla, the narrative around Elon Musk. Of course, it'll be doing that, already has been doing that, and the stock. Anything that I see that I can find in there, I'll read it as fast as I can and I will report. The CPI, also on Tuesday is Apple's new iPhone release. And this is going to be important, just like Tesla is raising all boats on the NASDAQ this morning and in tech. Tomorrow, if the Apple iPhone is a successful launch, now, there's always, just like with Tesla, you never know quite what happens on the launch day, but at least you'll see, are all the rumors true? Are the rumors good? Does it look like it's going to be a great phone? And it'll move the stocks. It'll move the entire market one way or the other. Then you got the CPI on Wednesday and the PPI on Thursday, and the Detroit Auto Show is Thursday. That's when it starts. So will Tesla be showing? Will they be showing only for drive arounds, or will they actually have a booth? And then the auto industry's strike deadline is Friday. All of these things are going to be moving markets like crazy, and that doesn't count the stuff that we don't even know is going to happen between now and then. At any time, we could also get the handover announcement with regard to CT, with regard to Cybertruck. When is the Cybertruck going to be handed over? We could get updates on the Highland sales. Where's the information about Highland sales? I can't believe that there's nothing, not zip, not zero, not rumors, not speculation, except for one rumor that said 60 to 90,000. And that was like the middle of last week. It's just driving me crazy that there's nothing out there that I can find. So expect a crazy week. But Tesla should gotten a big head start this morning with the Adam Jonas news. The underlying story is so huge that it could cause a significant ongoing rally. Just that news alone. Because why? Because if the street begins to get it, then they're not going to want to miss out. All of tech is feeling the love resulting from the Tesla upgrade. The market's Goldilocks narrative was interrupted by the Saudi oil play and the China nervousness. This morning, both of those seem to be just a bit muted, even though oil is up. So the market is happy to see hope in tech again. The Tesla narrative that I described months ago, and that Elon wanted to change the narrative by using his amazing bully pulpit skills, and it is working. Jonas just gave that new narrative an amazing boost. The book will help in the crusade, and obviously any FSD news would potentially send the stock soaring. However, we're going to see a building of the FOMO, as I mentioned, from institutional investors, I believe. So where are we at the opening this morning? First of all, truflation is flat at 2.8, and while it was as low as 2.12 early this year, it has been under 3 for 3 months. Oil is up. Let's double check. Let's go ahead and just go down the list as we normally do. Tesla is continuing up. It's up 6.19% now at 263.88. Let me look at the rest of the tech world. So Apple surprisingly is down just a tad this morning, but the rest of tech is up. The rest of almost all of the Cathie Woods are up. A couple are down, but it looks like they're down so strong that they must have their own news driving that. Let's go over to the rest of the items here. We have got the Bitcoin down this morning, maybe because money is being pulled out for the stock market and for the bond market. Well, let's take a look here. The dollar is easing just a little bit based on this week's news so far. Gold has gained dramatically this morning, big up, 0.48 up, almost a 0.5% up. We've got oil up also a 0.5% this morning. Now, that could be because the dollar is down. Both of those are going to go up based on the dollar being down. So that could be part of what's happening with the oil and gold this morning. But Brent is now at 91.34 and Texas Intermediate 87.96, as usual, about 3 points apart. Bonds are up at 4.288 on the Treasury. I'm sorry, the 10-year. And just a quick check here, the 2-month is also up slightly, but not over the 5.5 level. The 2-year is almost to 5%, but staying slightly under 5%. I consider that to be good news. I would love to see the 10-year fall back under 4.22. Okay, so that's where things are this morning. The bond yields are higher, almost certainly to the oil being up, and that's probably due to the dollar being down, and the dollar is probably down because of the inflation news that's expected. Anyway, all of this stuff is affecting everything else. So will Tesla hold these numbers today? Will they fade, move higher? Yes. In fact, I wrote that about 15 minutes ago, and it's already happening. The stock is moving higher, but I would expect a fade. There's going to be profit taking later today, and then after the profit taking, then it will take off again. And I think it'll end on the highs for the day. That's where I think we will end up today, but who knows? All these things could go either way. I think the stock market also, and certainly the tech side, will end up higher for the day. All right, let's talk about the week in terms of what's going to be reported here. You want to hit notify because I've got Larry Gold is at the All-In conference. Larry Goldberg is at the All-In conference right now. He will be calling me tonight, and I'll be reporting what he learned at that conference tomorrow, probably midday. I've got Brian White coming on. He and I will be doing an interview later today. That interview will probably be published later today, either midday or late this afternoon. I've got Brian Wang, and he and I are supposed to meet later today and do an interview. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get all that in today, but I'm going to give it my best try. And then tomorrow night, tomorrow early morning, as soon as I possibly can, I'm going to start going through the Isaacson bio, and I'll be reporting on that. So hit notify. You're going to want to be on top of all of this stuff and all of the news this week. It's going to be a crazy week. All right. We also want to talk about this. You know you want one. You know that you drink something in your house. Maybe you drink beer out of a bottle. Maybe somebody you know drinks beer out of a bottle. Maybe you drink some of these drinks like this that people are now drinking out of a bottle. You know you need a bottle opener in the house. Now, of course, I don't think you're going to. Maybe you'll use it as a bottle opener. Maybe you'll use it as just an item that you put up on the wall or on a somewhere where you have items like this, your old football trophies or something. But anyway, you're going to definitely want to get one of those. And, it comes both ways. It comes in the stainless as well. It is a refrigerator magnet. It is a bottle opener. It is a stainless steel item that is the same thickness as the actual Cybertruck. All right, let's talk about how you get it. Down below, you'll see that you can go to paypal.me/lowercase Randy Kirk. It has to be lowercase. And you send $25. If you want one, you send $25. If you want two, $50. you can do the multiplication. It doesn't matter. Now, if you're talking about 10 or more, you might want to contact me. We've had people order 6. We've had people order 4. If you're going to get over 10, I think I could probably cut a deal with you. All right. And then if you're offshore, if you're even in Canada or Mexico, you need to add $20. So if you're talking about $25 for the first one, add $20 is $45. If you buy 5 of them and it's $125, you still only add $20. All right. Remember, this can be used as a promotional product. As I mentioned yesterday, we're going to be having a Tesla owners event here in Beaumont, California, just a few miles from where I live. And they've already purchased 4 to be given away at that event. So you can see that as be another great use for the product. When you order, please make sure you indicate whether you want the stainless version or whether you want the camo version. All right. It's going to save you and me trouble and time if you mention that when you make the purchase. You can also get it for free when you sign up on Patreon. Now, you get lots of other stuff on Patreon. You get stuff I've put up there that nobody else is going to get. You've got stuff on there that goes up early, that you get it before anybody else gets it. There's opportunities that I put up there that are nowhere else. So you want to join Patreon anyway, and you want to support the channel and be part of the production crew, basically, because without Patreon, I'm not sure that I could quite make this channel work financially. Probably, but not quite. I mean, the income from the ads is quite good, but the Patreon is really, really important to making the channel work. So anyway, that's a bunch of ways you can do it. Let me know if there's any questions about today. Please send your comments. I mentioned yesterday, I'm not going to be able to comment on as much as I have been. The channel's getting too big. I knew this would happen, but I'm going to comment on any of them that are important, valuable, useful, and then I'm going to do comment shows from time to time. Probably not this week because there's just too much to report on already. Anyway, all right, I think I better get out of here and get this thing posted. This is Randy Kirk. I've just enjoyed so much talking to you today.